Hello, my friends. Amy Esther here, and today I am 1 week postpartum, and I want to share with you my 1 week postpartum update. I did a pregnancy update every week of my pregnancy leading up to this point, and I'm going to continue to do postpartum updates up until 6 weeks after this baby. And I actually did one at 3 days because the first 3 days I feel like so much happens that if I did a whole week, that video was already really long. It would have been super long. So I did one for the first 3 days. I will link that down below. 1 week, you guys. I weighed 158 pounds a week ago a week and a day ago when I went into the hospital. And today I weigh 142. I weigh 142 pounds. So I lost 16 pounds in a week. My baby was 8 pounds, 5 ounces. So I would say probably about 10 pounds was baby placenta, fluid, all of that stuff. And I've lost about 6 pounds. I'm guessing mostly water weight. The same thing happened with my daughter. I think I had lost like 20 pounds in the first week with my daughter. And I really think that's a lot of water weight for me. So my belly is starting to shrink. It's still there. I still look pregnant. My daughter still tells me there's a baby in my belly, but it is starting to go down a lot. My 3-day, you can see how big my belly was there, but it is starting to shrink. And since my 3-day, so you can watch that for the first 3 days of my postpartum. But since then, my bleeding has gone down a ton. So actually on day 4, I know most people don't do this, but I went to Target. I needed to get out and I needed some nursing shirts because you know what? I didn't use any nursing shirts with my daughter. I exclusively breastfeed my babies. At least that's the plan. That's how it's going so far. That's how with my daughter, I breastfed her for a year, planning on exclusively breastfeeding him as long as, everything works out good. And so with my daughter, I had no problem just wearing t-shirts, lifting it up, nursing her. But for some reason, it's bugging me this time. Like I just get bugged at the clothes that I'm wearing. And so I decided to invest in some actual nursing clothes. And so I went to Target on day 4, postpartum, because I needed to get out of the house and I wanted some shirts. So my husband watched the baby right after I nursed him. And I walked really slow around Target. I was also very careful to be lots of hand sanitizer, wore a mask, being super careful that way. Of course, washed my hands for an hour after I got home. But I was trying to be careful with my body as well. So I was walking around very slowly, found really only one nursing shirt I liked, decided to buy some on Amazon instead, and I left. And then my bleeding started really bad that night. And I was like, okay, fine. I will not go on walks or go to Target anymore because I feel so good, you guys. I feel like I could go exercise. I feel like I could go on a walk. I feel like I could go on a run, honestly. Like I feel so good. And this happened with my daughter too. I don't know why. My body does a lot of crappy things. If you haven't been here before, I have several chronic illnesses. And my body is always in pain, always messed up. It just never works how it should. And for some reason, postpartum, I just feel so good. It's the weirdest thing. I don't know how to explain it. But because I felt so good, I really thought I could do more. And so I'm trying really hard to not do too much, even though I feel good, because after I went to Target, I started bleeding a ton again. And so I'm trying to just calm down and not do so much. So we're being really careful. My husband puts my daughter, who is 22 months old, he puts her to bed so I don't have to lift her into the crib. He's trying to help me not lift as much. So even though I feel good, we're trying really hard not to overdo it. Because with my daughter, I ended up bleeding for 8 weeks, even though I felt super good. I didn't seem to really think that it was going to affect me much. And so I just did what I thought my body could handle, and apparently it just couldn't because I ended up bleeding for a really long time. This time I'm doing a lot better. Today, 1 week postpartum, I am hardly bleeding at all. Like I wear diapers, I wear Depends. I'm going to tell you guys some of my favorite things that I've been using. Diapers is one of them. Depends, women's diapers. Get yourself some if you're postpartum. They are amazing. And they keep everything everything all in, and you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to wear like uncomfortable pads. They're pretty comfortable and they're just super easy. So I have been hardly bleeding and it makes me so happy. So I think it's because I've been trying to relax, not do too much, but I still feel like I can easily get up and move if I want to. I can easily, keep my house clean, easily take care of this seriously perfect baby. I think I talked in my third 3-day update about how perfect he is. You guys, he's still there. I keep thinking like, no, this is just the first few days. Well, we're 1 week in and he is still perfect. He's just sleeping next to me, totally calm. He was wide awake a few minutes ago. He is the perfect baby. He sleeps like an angel. I'm hardly even sleep deprived. Like, I get up with him, once or twice a night, but as soon as I nurse him, he goes back to sleep just fine. It doesn't matter if he's wide awake, if he's half asleep, if he's totally asleep. I just set him down in a swaddle. He goes right to sleep. He is an angel. But I just feel really good. It's 1 week and I feel amazing. Like, I feel like maybe it's because pregnancy is so hard for me that I just get this high after pregnancy, and I think that I feel more amazing than I do. I'm not sure, but I feel really good. Physically, mentally, I feel so good. So I wanted to share with you guys some of my favorite things that I have found for this postpartum period. So Depends is the first one, and I will link my favorite stuff down below if you guys are interested. I don't know if you are, but I'll link it down below. So Depends is one of them. Breast pads, I like to use the disposable ones for the first couple of months, and then once my milk supply once I don't leak so much, then I switch to the ones you can wash, the reusable ones. But those ones are really hard at the beginning because sometimes they like fall out of place while you're sleeping, and then you're just covered in milk in the morning. It's just not fun. So these ones I like much better for the beginning because you go through them so fast, and I just feel like they stay in place better. And so the brand that I found, I tried a couple brands this time. The first one I did not like. It was Dr. Brown's, not my favorite. Now I have Bamboobies. I think that's what it's called. Bamboobies. That's a fun word. That one is my favorite. Another thing I like is my motherhood maternity nursing bra. I just have the basic one. I don't know what it's called, but I'll link it down below. So that's one of my favorites. I also love my Mama, I think it's called Mama Frida or Frida Mom or something like that, Peri bottle. So the hospital gives you a Peri bottle. So if you didn't know this, you can't wipe after you have given birth. At least you're not supposed to. It irritates things. And so when you go to the bathroom, you basically have to use a bidet. And so they give you this little bottle to spray and clean things up. But this one is so much better. Even though there's one for free at the hospital, so if you don't have the money for it, totally they can give you a free one. But this one works so much better because it sprays better. It sprays, instead of just like a water bottle spraying, it sprays like a shower head, and it is angled so it goes to the right place a lot easier. Anyway, I love it. One of my favorite things. Definitely going to share with all my friends who are having babies because it has been huge. The other thing I've been loving are nursing t-shirts. I'm wearing one right now. They're just like open on the sides, and you can't see anything even though it is open on the sides. There's like another layer there, but it's super easy to nurse wearing nursing shirts. I did not use them before. It didn't bother me before, but this time for some reason it really is bothering me. So I'm loving my nursing shirts. I'll link the ones I got below. Love them, super comfortable. Got them from Amazon. Other things, I have to look at my list. Oh, wearing my pregnancy leggings, but I cut them off into shorts. It is summer, it's August, so I cut them off into shorts, and they're really comfortable because they kind of suck my belly in a little bit because they are like tighter and they go up high, at least the ones I have. But I know that there are some that get a little stretched out, like some of my jeans and stuff from pregnancy get too stretched out, but these ones, they just kind of stay tight, and so I really like these. And then also a pregnancy belly band. I try to wear those most of my day because it just feels really good to just tighten everything. I also think it helps your uterus shrink a little bit faster. helps that belly go down faster, and then helps also with if you've had your abs separated all, and I definitely feel like I've had that. I can't remember what that's called. I don't remember, but it has a name. And so I really like wearing a belly band most of my day, and it seems to have helped me a lot. I also love my breast pump, which is the Spectra 2. That's been really nice. Insurance should pay for that, so before you go buy one on Amazon, make sure your insurance doesn't pay for it. I still use the same one that I used with my daughter. I just bought new pump parts from Amazon since, I don't know, kind of gross to use one for a year, and then I just felt like I needed a new one, so I bought new parts, but I still have the same pump. And then I'm still wearing compression socks. Those of you who followed me along know that I have POTS, and I wear compression socks all the time, whether I'm pregnant or not. But I definitely think they help with the postpartum swelling because you have a lot of water weight after you give birth. So whether you have POTS or not, postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome, if you don't know what that is, whether you have that or not, I would definitely suggest wearing compression socks after pregnancy. So I will link my favorites down below. And a couple things that have helped me and my baby sleep better is I'm not making this like a baby must-haves video. There's tons of those out there. But let me just tell you my 3 favorite baby products, which is the night light we have is the best. It's portable. You can move it around from room to room. And then, so what I do is I keep it charged in my bedroom because that's where baby sleeps right now. But then in the middle of the night, I take him into his nursery so that I don't wake up my husband while we nurse, because no reason for us to both be up. And so I can just take the light with us. You just tap it on the top and it turns on. I love it. So we take that with us into the nursery, and then I nurse him and I can bring it back out, and I like to be able to carry it with me so that I can see and make sure I don't trip on anything in the middle of the night while I'm walking with him, because that is just one of my biggest fears, that I'm gonna fall while I'm holding him because he's just so tiny and fragile. He's so cute. He's sitting here right next to me. Anyway, so I love that. And then I found this swaddle called the Ollie swaddle. So I took a class called Taking Care of Babies. My baby is perfect and he is sleeping like an angel. So honestly, I haven't used a lot of the things I learned there. Definitely think they work though. Definitely think that if you're having struggles with your baby sleeping, take her class. It's not like sleep training. It's just techniques to help you soothe your baby and help them to learn to self-soothe at a young age. And technically it's for ages 4 weeks to 12 weeks. I took it before just so I could start using some of the techniques, get used to them, but honestly, I don't even know if he'll need them because he's perfect. But I took that class. She suggested the Ollie swaddle. It's very expensive. It's like $60. But I bought it because I really wanted my baby to sleep. And so I thought, you know what, that looks really nice. I'm just going to buy this one nice thing. If he has an accident in it or whatever, I'll just use a backup cheap one. But I'm obsessed with it. Like, it works so well. It's so easy to swaddle him up, and I don't have to worry about him being unswaddled or getting unsafe or it coming up around his face. I know that he's safe in there, and it is just so much easier to use than any of the other swaddles that I've ever tried. And so I love it. I just ordered a second one because I need it so bad. I love it so much. And I don't want to use any other swaddles with him because he loves it. It's just great. So that one I highly recommend, even though it's very expensive. Love it, love it, love it. And then the last thing is white noise. We have a white noise machine. Usually I always have it on when he's napping. In fact, I have it right here. So it is let's see if you can see that. Maybe? Is that gonna? There we go. The Hush Baby white noise machine. And I like this because just like my light, I can plug it in next to my bed, and then I can bring it around anywhere with me, and I just press the button and it will turn on. And it's just continuous white noise. The ones that are like ocean sounds will sometimes wake them up because it'll be like a louder sound and then it gets quieter, and you want it to be the same throughout the whole night. So I love this one, and then I can bring it around with us if I go upstairs during the day and he naps. I can just put it right next to him and we have it all the time. So I love that. So those are the 3 things that I feel like you need to help your baby sleep and nurse in the middle of the night. And everything else is definitely for mama. I think that's everything I wanted to share with you today. You guys, 1 week postpartum. and I feel so good and amazing, and I'm loving this period. I did not love the newborn stage with my daughter, honestly. I loved her so much, and there were moments I loved in the newborn stage. I felt really good physically during the newborn stage, but mentally, I would say I struggled a little bit because she did not sleep at all. The second I put her down, she would start crying. This little guy sleeps like an angel, and I am loving the newborn stage. I feel like it's been way longer than a week because I've just been savoring every moment with him, and I'm loving this period of life. It's been so good. So you guys, I hope you enjoyed my week 1 postpartum. I said pregnancy update. My week 1 postpartum update. And if you're not yet subscribed to my channel, make sure you subscribe for all the postpartum updates, all the videos about life with chronic illness, and being a mama and a human with chronic illness. I hope you guys have enjoyed this week of videos and will continue to come along with me on this journey of life. Anyway, sorry, I just always talk too much, you guys. You know that. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you hated it, give it a thumbs down. And don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you next time.